guys. This week I'm going to be giving you guys some tips when it comes to how to do a bicep curl correctly. A lady sent me a question and I'm going to read you that question right now. Okay, so here's the question. She says, "Hey Josh, I would love to see you do a demo video on proper versus improper form on bicep curls and use free weights / dumbbells to do this exercise, but I don't feel like my biceps are firing correctly. I feel it more in my forearms and my triceps. My hips kind of get in the way of full extension, comes with being a girl. But what mistakes could I be making?" There are actually several mistakes you could be making. One of them is your wrist. Your wrist. When it comes to doing a bicep curl, what a lot of people do, most definitely when they're trying to lift a heavy amount of weight, is they curl the wrist inward, which is going to help you. Obviously, what's going to happen is your forearm is going to help your bicep get that weight up, because your body tries to be very efficient, which is why it's kind of hard for bodybuilders to focus on just one muscle specifically. But it sounds like that's what you're trying to do, is you're trying to focus stress on the biceps. So the best thing you can do to get a better bicep workout is actually go from this, flexing the forearm and making your forearm assist your bicep, is you could just flick it around the other way. That way when you come up, there's no tension in this forearm. What's that going to do? It's going to do a number of things. It's going to, number one, it's going to move the weight from your forearm to your bicep. That's the most important thing. And tip number two, when it comes to this, you're probably going to have to lighten the weight up a little bit, depending on how much you lift, because you'd be surprised how weak your biceps actually are, because you've gone so long with the assistance of your forearms in the bicep curl. So you may be surprised at how weak your biceps are. That is not a bad thing. I know sometimes with fitness we focus on just trying to lift the heaviest amount of weight possible, but that's not always what it's about. It's about good form. It's about not making sure that you're not going to get injured and making sure that you're safe. So I definitely recommend that. You have two heads to your biceps. You have two main heads. You have the long head and the short head. The part on this side, this big piece, that is the long head, and then the piece that comes up in on this side of your arm is the short head. You can work both heads. You mainly work the longer head by doing something like a hammer curl and coming up across your body this way. That's going to work more of the long head. Now if you turn your arm out this way, that's going to work more of the short head of your bicep. I also think, because you said your biceps aren't firing correctly, so what I'm going to say is you probably don't have a super strong mind-muscle connection in your bicep, which could be because your forearms have been helping you for so long. So one of the things you're going to do is, after you're done with a bicep curl session, you're just going to go in the mirror and you're going to flex your biceps. The reason being, it's not to be cocky or anything. It's because it's going to help you build a better mind-muscle connection. You're going to get a feel for how it feels to squeeze that muscle properly, which is really going to help you in the long run. Now, it may take some time, but it will definitely help you in the long run. Something I'm starting to try too with all my exercises is, I've heard people say, if you stretch a specific muscle that you're working in between sets, it's actually going to flex harder your next set. So I definitely recommend trying that too, because it's done wonders for me so far. Make sure you're stretching your biceps right before you go to bed, because as you sleep, your muscles are going to repair, so you're going to need to elongate them right before you go to bed. Typically, I have my arm bent a lot, like in this position, so that can really cause tight biceps, because also if you sit like this all the time, your bicep is flexed, so it's going to get tight very easily, and over time it's just going to get tighter and tighter and tighter, and it's not going to loosen up until you start stretching it on a regular basis. So how do you stretch it? All you're going to do is you're going to reach your arm back behind your body and hold on to something solid, and that's going to elongate your bicep, which is going to stretch your bicep. Just like the triceps, you're going to curl your arm inward to flex your bicep to stretch your triceps. Your arm muscles are pretty cool like that. Like I said, to stretch a tricep, you're going to flex your bicep. To stretch a bicep, you're going to flex your tricep. I know I even got kind of tongue twisted there. It's kind of hard to remember, but you'll get the hang of it. So yeah, I definitely think that's what you should be doing. I will say too, for all you guys watching this video, make sure you watch next week's video. Now still leave any questions, comments, concerns in the forum, and I will answer those questions. For next week's video, I really want to talk about fitness and some of my strongest and biggest opinions about fitness overall, about people who are trying to get started, people who need to be honest with themselves, people who feel intimidated by people like me who are in shape because we think if they're not in shape then we're going to make fun of them. I know some people have that concern when they go to the gym, so I want to talk about that too. And I'm going to give you guys overall really good fitness advice. So make sure you watch that video. I hope you do. I hope you love seeing my lovely face each and every week. I mean, look at it. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, leave your questions down below. Make sure you sign up for the PA Distance Fitness Challenge website. We are going to be talking about obesity very, very soon in these videos and as well as the website. I know it's kind of been a while, like we came out with the push-up challenge and there's kind of been like this blank space. It was because we've been working on bigger and better things. So we're definitely working on that. We're going to try to talk to you guys about having a fit journal, which means writing down your goals, writing down your BMI, aka body mass index, and things like that. Things to watch for, things to look out for, good advice versus bad advice, good exercise versus bad exercise, things like that. So definitely look into that, and I will catch you guys next week.
I know it's a lot, the hair, the bod, when you're staring